all the best for the future as I retire as Chairman of Greyhound Racing New South Wales. Thanks for your efforts and support since 2002. You've made greyhound racing great again. Thank you.
On February 10, the current board of Greyhound Racing New South Wales will hand over to a new independent board. Looking back to when the board first began, the greyhound industry was much different to the one we have now.
I think there were 5 grievances, if I recall. The first one was an unfair grading policy. The second one was inadequate prize money. The third one was dilapidated racing facilities. The next one was a poor community image. The last one was a complaint that there weren't any tab tracks west of the Great Dividing Range. And I think in terms of those 5 gripes, we can now say mission accomplished.
The outgoing board members believe there has been some tremendous achievements in the past 9 years.
Well, I think our greatest achievements, in my view, because there's been numerous ones, and I think there's been a large amount of reforms since GRNSW has merged successfully with the former GHRRA and taken on their regulatory and integrity functions. The one closest to my heart is the introduction of the Greyhound Veterinary Welfare Unit.
Oh, there's a lot free that I could, in my mind, and to the industry, the combine of GHRRA, Greyhound Racing New South Wales into one board, kept continuing to increase the prize money for the industry and introducing minimum standards for all the clubs.
Certainly the achievement of PANIS, that's been a big step forward for the industry, particularly for the animal welfare. That's where it's important.
Prize money. We've got the prize money up, and there's been a lot of arguments about that over the years, and which everyone knows at the greyhound industry. And all the industry are the same. Prize money is the most important thing for breeders and owners and trainers and, you know, the whole thing.
There's a lot to pick from, but I'd have to say the racefields legislation and the way that Greyhound Racing New South Wales approached it, 40% increase in prize money, and as this board's priority was prize money, it's a long way in front of the other codes.
In terms of racing venues, we've put millions of dollars into upgrading them, and I think anyone can now bring their family and friends to the racetrack and feel proud to be there. It's no longer Skid Row. And with our community image, I think it's fair to say that Greyhound Racing New South Wales now has the best operating standards of any racing code in Australia. Our clubs have to operate to those standards. Also, we have, as you know, a wonderful website, The Dogs, and with it television, as I'm appearing on now. And I think that's one of the best racing websites in the world. And the blogs go out each week, as you know, the Monday Meltdown and so forth. And over 15,000 people are now members of Greyhound Racing New South Wales through that website, which makes greyhound racing bigger than either the Liberal Party or the Labor Party in this state. So when we see a politician, we should remind them that we are now a very influential sport with a very big following.
Despite the achievements, Professor Allan believes there are still challenges for the new board, including ensuring greyhound racing gets its fair share.
There are no sort of more rabbits to pull out of the hat. For racing revenue to grow from here on, we really do need the Cameron report to be introduced, whereby instead of just getting 13% of what all the racing codes get from the TAB, we need to have a system where we get rewarded according to our contribution to TAB turnover. And our contribution to TAB turnover is now around 20%, not 13%.
And as they depart, the board all agree it is leaving the greyhound industry in very good shape.
Absolutely, absolutely.
I think the outgoing board is leaving it in a fantastic position because now we actually have a corporate structure and it's actually managed professionally. I think our senior management is the best that I've seen since I've been actually involved in greyhound racing.
I think we are, to a certain degree, yeah. We can't do everything. It's pretty hard to try and do everything you can, but I think we've done most of the things that we've tried. I think the industry's pretty happy with the way it is at the moment.
I think the industry is in as good a position as it could be at the moment. As I say, there has been a lot of achievements over the year, and I think the incoming board, if they can just stabilise things and we can keep finances going along reasonably well, I do believe that there's a great future there for greyhound racing.
So I've got a lot of confidence. I've got a lot of confidence in the management, I've got a lot of confidence in the board. That's not to say there won't be problems, there won't be controversial decisions, there won't be mistakes, there will be. But I think all the big housekeeping things have been done. We're in good shape, and the challenge for the new board is really to build GRNSW and get that revenue growing. Anyway, all the best for the future.